The views expressed on this program belong solely to the individuals featured and do not represent views of Ashana Housing Limited. The program shares personal journeys of individuals meant to inspire but may not apply to everyone's situation. The program is for informational purposes and should not be considered a substitute for professional medical advice. It is important to note that this program is not intended to defame any individual, entity, caste, community, race, or religion, nor to disparage any institution or person, whether living or deceased. Listeners' discretion is strongly advised. When we think of retirement, we think of seniors in a particular way. And we need to change that way. This show is going to talk all about the idea of age is just a number. I'm going to get guests who have done this in the past, who have really lived a life from very, very lows to very, very highs. Welcome to a new show, Adding Zindagi 2 Years. Welcome to another episode of Adding Zindagi 2 Years. This episode is very different. It wasn't even planned. Basically, मैंने अपना एक किताब है मेरे dad के बारे में called Wisdom from the Heart. I had given it to the team and they read the book and they started discussing with me about my chemistry with my brothers. And they just loved it. And they said, why not we do an episode with just the three of you? Talk about your passions, what you guys love. And I'm very excited about the same because the three of us, the way we work together has always been something I cherish a lot. I would like to introduce my brothers, my elder brother Vishal and my younger brother Varun. We'll keep it very casual. We'll chat about what we do together. So one of the things which I think all three of us cherish is the kind of relationship we've built together while building Ashana. I think that's been the strength of us and Ashana. So a lot of time we think about it. A lot of the things might be related to our childhood. What do you guys think is the why we work well together? What do you guys think in the childhood happened with us, which was what brought us together like this?
So I think one was, till Varun came along, and I think Varun was the afterthought.
Yeah.
10 years younger. So till that time, till then, it was always, we were fighting as siblings, and
Yeah.
and when Varun came along, and it became like you and Varun were fighting, and I became Bhaiya, and
Yeah.
and I think the way we spoiled Varun together, it was really interesting. Uh, the holidays together. But I think the real cake, and I think all of us would, we've discussed it earlier, was really the backpacking trip when we went to Europe, the three of us. I was right out of college, you were in the US, and Varun was
Like,
in school. Yeah. So it was just something else.
correct. You have a thought on that?
Yeah, so I think that trip made a big difference without parents. I was 13, I think, 12 or 13. So, and that really, really made a difference. I think the other thing that happened, growing up, values were encouraged. So I think one of the reasons we get along well together at work after that also is because our values are aligned from childhood, and that makes working together easy.
All right. And what about what Bhaiya said that we spoiled you? What do you think? of
I
that?
don't agree with that. That's something in his head.
If I remember Europe, you were spoiled.
Yeah, Europe I was spoiled.
But truly speaking, except the Europe trip and some of the holidays, we really didn't spend, because I remember when I was one of the things I was jealous was Bhaiya was already in boarding school with all the other cousins, and I was alone like in that, and he was just born or something like that. And then when Bhaiya got out of school, calls to come to Delhi to Patna, I went to Mayo. And then when I came from Mayo to Delhi, you left for
Bhaiya left for Sydenham.
Bhaiya left for Sydenham. So it's never that we lived together like ever, like, even after marriage, I don't think we ever lived together. It's kind of weird, but pretty interesting. What do you think of that dynamics? Is it helped or is it not helped?
I never thought of it like that.
You never thought of it?
Yeah, I never sort of thought of it that way. But I think so having some time together, whether summer, whether that Europe trip together, and having bouts of intense time together was there that I remember,
was very
which was very important, and not just the other times when we were not. And after marriages also we haven't really uh, lived together, but having institutionalized some also outside of work time, like doing Monday dinners, doing a family
Holiday.
holiday every year. So there is some sort of traditions, if that's the right word to use, which I think helps us bond together.
Mm.
I also think, for me, I always say the stars must align, right? थोड़ा किस्मत का बात होता है. All of us having very complementary skills also helps a lot because no, not only we depend on each other, right? We lean on each other in tough times. If it's, if something is to do with legal, Varun's the go-to guy. It's a sales, you're the go-to guy. So it kind of also creates the need to be together. So I also feel that with everything else in the past, the values aligned, the need also must be.
That's
Uh,
true.
when we put all those pieces together, it's like it fits in. And so some by design, some by default. And
Oh, interesting. And
not that I really want to be with you guys, but
so tell me, like from a joining of Ashana, I think Bhaiya, whenever I remember talking to you, you were clear you joining Ashana.
totally.
So what was the driving factor in your mind of doing that?
So I think dad really drove the thought home कि जो हम कर रहे हो बहुत सुंदर है और that हम लोगों के लिए कुछ home is so special, it's such a big responsibility and there's so much joy in making it. It's one of the products that is always there to see. And he took us to the site, he spoke about it very proudly. So I think that kind of always was, and dad being dad, he was always the role model, right? He was he was all हम लोग तीनों के हीरो थे.
Even mom के लिए भी mom used to talk to him, talk
Yeah.
about him like he's God, right?
Yeah,
Like,
mom. The worst part is, I love you, but I love your dad more.
yeah.
Like, so yeah. So for me, I think that was really it. And after that, of course, being the oldest son and the family, then kind of parting ways. Dad also wanted me to come back. So I think it was a combination of both. But inherently, I was very clear that
Yeah.
and
you
yeah, and I'm not sure if I was very employable with whatever I'd studied.
Hey, that's not true. I think you got a job somewhere in like
Yeah,
some.
I got a actually an internship with Citibank in Switzerland, but yeah.
Yeah, I remember you giving up because I was also going to college at the time. So, yeah. Varun, your thoughts on joining Ashana?
Yeah, so for me, it wasn't as given as Bhaiya said. For me, I think what dad had drilled कि college के बाद India वापस आना है. You have to serve the country. It was like drilled कि यार you've gotten more opportunities than most people in this world get, and you must come back and serve the country. So one thing was given कि वापस India जरूर आना है. It wasn't really sort of clear कि आके this is what we'll do. But given the circumstances, came back, joined Ashana, and then really enjoyed what we do. I think what Bhaiya spoke about, purpose, sense of responsibility, joy, all of that sort of combined together made it a lot of fun. So
So, do you think if dad wasn't well, then you would have not come back, or would you have come back a little later, or would you have worked somewhere else in India?
yeah, so I would have come back a little later. I wanted to do a master's program. So I think at least to that 3-4 years, a couple of years of more work and then couple of years of education, that would have definitely happened. I don't think working in India elsewhere was on my mind or a consideration of
Ever.
doing something. Yeah, it was
Right. And dad, Bhaiya, you came into business with 96, I guess.
95.
95. Wow. And what was it like? What was, you talked about us having complementary skills, but I don't think we ever said that this is the skill you have, this is the skill you had. It kind of just, the luck came in through.
It just, yeah. So I think, like I started with sales and marketing, but I just naturally was driven by design. I to understand how a customer lives and how can I build to that need. When I'd go and go to a hotel, the way I would be naturally looking at how a hotel was built, how the stone was made. I'm not a trained architect, but my mind was simply going in that direction all the time. And every time I would sit on design, it time would just flow. And my first experience I remember was with dad, and we were doing Ashana Bagicha and we had to replan the project because the product that we had made and the demand that was slightly different. And he actually sat me down on the dining table at home and we were like and he was using his ruler and tried to place the buildings differently. I really enjoyed that process. For me, it was that moment when you knew that this is something I really inherently like.
Yeah, we make fun. Like if it's a meeting the three of us are having, and the guy sitting with the design thing outside, you will say, okay, if you guys stop, we'll look at the design first. It's almost like you're going to take that time, and we're like, oh god. And another challenge you had when you came to work, I think dad had gone into another business. So how did that work out between dad and you?
That was a tough one because suddenly dad gave me a check book. He told me that's the office and you go look after Bhiwadi. And I didn't know what to do. Yeah, so it was initially tough. I'd come back home sometimes not knowing what to do, but it took me some time. I think, I had a few old, well-trained hands that, dad had kind of developed. They helped me in that journey. And then, of course, whatever time I could squeeze out from dad initially. But my real learning happened when dad kind of came back to the business.
Okay. And during that time, were you were having any conflicts with dad, or were you reaching out to dad? What was the relationship there? I always wondered because
So with dad, it was always dad never screamed, right? Dad was always, his way of putting his point was from a very logical debate, and that was always very hard to win. So yeah, I used to have tough times with that, but I think overall the most important thing with dad was that his values, his thinking was very progressive. It was always customer oriented. So I didn't feel like, I've come into a business family, with an old thinking and I have to come and change things and, kind of how will I adjust? That was never an issue. So it was really about ideas and kind of figuring out what's the best idea and trying new things. I think on many things he gave me a free hand, which kind of helped. So dad was always like that. So there were a lot of things which he gave a lot of free hand, and there were things that were not something that he would be willing to, and he would logically reason it out, and we'd be on.
Yeah. I had a very difficult time. For me again, dad. Like I've seen you and dad get into a couple of when you were buying a land or doing something, you guys could go into altercations. With me and dad, I had this fear of respect of something. Like if he said it, it's something. But I could see you have a little bit of that differentiated. For you, Varun.
So मैं जब आया था Papa's health was had significantly deteriorated, right? He had gone through his first surgery already and stuff. So anyways, the time I was there when he was working, his overall energy levels and he had started retreating from work. But there were some things he was still very particular about. So I remember some 2-3 conflicts. So one of the funny things was he kept telling me that I didn't write enough. And I'm someone who always believed that I like to write my thoughts out.
I know you keep telling me to write your thoughts.
Yeah. And so, but that was one thing where he forced me to even write more, to become more and more clearer in my head, and that probably became a stronger habit even after that. There were other things that he was a little particular about, but so my conversations. There were some deep conflicts a couple of times that I remember, but other than that, uh, it wasn't still that. I don't think I saw Papa in full form, if that's the way to put it, while at work.
And it was almost like Bhaiya kind of took up the architecture construction. I loved the consumer side of the business, and I kind of just loved consumer, so I took that up. And you got what Dad was doing left. What do you think happened there?
So I think so 2-3 things. So since he was retreating from the business overall, I started picking up things that he was doing on the particular side of finance and accounts. I had studied finance. I had a natural knack for it, so I enjoyed numbers. And third, I particularly wanted to get into land acquisition for some reason. It just again, it sort of combined with financial evaluation, which I had enjoyed. So I think just stars aligned कि मुझे जो पसंद था और जो मैं enjoy कर रहा था और जिसकी पढ़ाई भी हुई थी और जो काम मिला वो they were in the same, they were matching. So some something is just luck and
what
stars
about
Why
aligned.
don't we designed it? We left it for you.
इतना दिमाग नहीं है.
And what about legal, which is
No, so legal sort of you couldn't do land and finance without really understanding the law. I think a lot of it was intertwined. So I think there were 3 things which sort of combined with each other anyways. So I think that's how it took. And again, it's something I enjoyed. I wanted to understand the law. I want to also understand why certain laws are there, because all the laws in India or anywhere in the world have a sort of a reasoning behind, and it tells you the times of history and why certain thoughts have been put into play and getting into it. So like for us, like so one of the first learnings was around succession, because you wanted to go through title chain.
Yeah.
And the India, the succession acts are a little complicated. There's a lot of case law, but it also gives you a very deep sense of how Indian society has evolved and why the laws are there with respect to inheritance that they are. So I enjoyed those aspects of it also. So it just fit in, I guess.
I remember like 2000 or something, Dad said we're going to get into senior living. You study senior living. But what was the mindset? When did you guys think about it on the senior living side?
So, Dad always, right from the beginning, he was very entrepreneurial in nature. He wanted to find new things to do. He was always looking for an unmet demand. And that's how Bhiwadi happened, right? And so I think, with his travel to the US, specifically with the leather business back then, he had seen a lot of the senior living communities. When he would go, he would always explore new things. So he was extremely excited about it. And, he saw something really interesting happen to the consumer. तो वो मेरे को बोले कि यार करना है. मैं बोला यार कैसे चलेगा भिवाड़ी में. So I didn't have conviction. I think then what started happening was Ashana Gulmohar. We started marketing that in Delhi. What we saw that the consumer who was coming was actually the retired folks. They were coming to Bhiwadi for, more affordable housing than Delhi, more open and green spaces. It was just cleaner. Water was available, electricity was available. So I saw that, and Dad and me realized that, more such consumers are coming in. And then that's when I think some amount of conviction came through. But I still was the one who had the highest resistance in doing something like this. I was really scared, कि dining services बोल तो दिया, provide कैसे करेंगे. So after that, and when Dad realized my apprehensions, we actually or talking to a consultant. I think Basu Uncle, Feedback Ventures, that happened, and they really then we kind of put. There were a lot of things that we put on paper, like how Dad would really do it.
Yeah.
I think that really kind of then set the ball rolling, and of course, Dad's conviction that never give up. That was, I think, because he just dreamt of that, and there was something that he had to do. So I think all of us just kind of fell in line and kind of executed that dream of his.
And I remember about few years back, you were looking at all the notes of Dad's, right? And we were doing quite a few of the things he had dreamt in that time till now. I think that's
Absolutely, and you would remember it. You were as involved. पापा का कि मेरे को सीनियर्स के लाइफ में खुशियां भर देनी है. And that was such a huge driving force to do something. And at the same time, it was very scary, right? If you go wrong, it just it's
and
so
if you
it
get
was
the
such a huge
timing wrong, also maybe
responsibility.
sometimes you get the thing right, but the timing wrong. So
Yeah, so it was scary, but as things when they have to work out, they work out. So हो गया कर लिए.
it was such an interesting time. My first project, I remember, just I came in September 22. I think October 22 अपना village का land हो गया था.
Correct.
And that is when the dreaming started. It was like such a phenomenal feeling. And, to do the villas first and the Rangoli second and then get to the Utsavas.
First time in my life I'd planned a 5-acre central park. And what a thrill it was to get, to actually be able to provide such a large green open space for residents.
And it continues to be the heart. I was talking to Vandana ma'am yesterday, and she was telling me that she learned cycling in Utsav and she fell a few times. And because of the green spaces, it allows her to kind of try, new things. So it was such a great feeling that what you planned is actually getting done up. So Varun, I remember when you came in, there was a little bit of the downturns in the senior living side, and we were going through the difficulties of Jaipurs and the Lavasas. And what was your feeling going on?
My feeling was going on, why are we really doing this? Because the numbers were not making sense. So we were just going on. I saw the emotional context of, really adding value to the lives of seniors and unke, zindagi to their years and seeing that. But big nahi raha tha. And when I come, Bhiwadi was effectively sold out. We had nothing really left to sell in Bhiwadi. And what we had was Jaipur and Lavasa. And Jaipur and Lavasa were not selling at all. So, and what I would see also a lot in the thing was where Bhiwadi had also sold well, our head of Bhiwadi was saying, I don't want to do one more senior living. And we had all this like very different kind of, I think, internal conflict going on for most of the senior team at that point in time that we saw. And I think the emotions were telling us that we need to do some recalibration here and rethinking there. I think that's when at least I started doing some research and then came back with a thought when I looked at demographics that this really should be what we really should be doing. This is in the down south and we must go to Chennai. I think that sort of came in from there.
And your first land deal was, I think, Ashana Town, right?
And the first land deal was, first really large one was Ashana Town. I think Rangoli Gardens had happened prior to that. And Brahmananda had also happened prior to that. So I was involved in both those. But Town was the first one which I had sort of led the entire sort of title and transaction conclusion. Vishal Bhai had done the first negotiation closure with the landlords, but the complexities, it was the first one where I'd sort of very gotten deeply involved. This is when I thoda Succession Act, inheritance, how property title flows. That was my learning when we had done that.
You invested about 50 odd crores in Ashana Town. Where the hell did you get the guts to at a young age like that? I kind of, take that up.
But younger age, you are like, you're gutsier and foolish, right? So, उस समय it didn't seem so large at that time, and probably should have. Like, if I think of that proportion of our balance sheet today to invest, uh, I would have less courage and guts today than
You had
back then. I think
so
that would be.
experience is good or bad in this case?
Uh, Okay, so it turned out well, so you could say that it was a good call. And if it turned out badly, I would have been stupid, not gutsy. And we were when we did that. So I think experience is both good and bad. I think it's good because you learn a few things along the way. But experience also stops you from learning more. You think you have learned as much as you have to learn. So it can be good and bad both.
And because of Chennai, and I think the call you took on Nirme that
Yeah.
Bhiwadi we should do another one.
Hmm.
I think those were the two calls which actually got us going again.
Yeah, and Ankur, I think Nirmay was a much more calibrated call. But before that, I want to step back. We actually went how much selling of senior living we had to do to our own teams to build
yeah.
conviction. I mean, my God, that was crazy,
It was
right? At one point of time. And I remember, one developer asking me that तुमको इसमें कुछ एक्स्ट्रा मिलता है क्यों कर रहे हो हम बोले नहीं अभी तो उससे कम मिल रहा है क्योंकि दाम तो उतना ही मिलता है कॉस्ट ज्यादा है
हाँ.
तो बोले फिर क्यों कर रहे हो but today I meet him and he's also wanting to now say I want to do one senior living and try. So it's
So just going back, I think that's an important time of our journey when we were challenging. Varun came in from a very financial point of view, which is very fair. That why are we doing this? The two of us at heart believed in it, but was also scared. I was scared कि मैं बोल तो रहा हूँ वरुण को यार करने दो, but and he backed me. One of the other things we had was he had a very strong point of view, logic. We discussed it, but we let go and we kept trying. And what if you were to look back, and it's just right now I'm just asking like as a question to myself also, that what do you think made us continue? What was that in us which with all this data, somebody would have said ki,
so he'll give you the logical answer. I'll give you the emotional one.
मेरे को भी simple है. I don't think there's a logical answer to it.
So
to
what's
me,
your-
it was like, to me, it was something, to me, it was sort of dad's dream.
okay.
And the company he founded. And to really go back and not do something that he dreamt of and made the company and was like कि अंदर से मुझे तो बड़ा ये weird or so how much ever logical sense it made at that point in time not to do senior living from a financial perspective. I think there was just not enough. There was too much emotions involved in his legacy and not respond to that. And therefore, to me, it was that we had to try more and then but recalibrate. We don't have to do exactly what he thought we have to do. We can recalibrate, which we did in Nirme and Chennai, and then and took it from there. I think that was important.
For you?
And Ankur, again, for you, you've been most emotional with the customer, right? You've been closest to the customer. You get more hugs from customers than any of us. I feel cheated also sometimes.
Yeah, you design it, you make it, and I get the hugs. I know the feeling.
But I think, Ankur, when you interacted with the customers and you saw the kind of change that you are bringing to their life, the happiness quotient, the blessings that they were giving you. Most developers are even fearful to go back to their community because they're exasperated by the amount of, irate customers who are only wanting to give complaints. And fair to for the developers, a lot of developers put in so much effort to try and build it. And then, but we were we were going into a project and we were receiving blessings and thank yous and welcomes and then you knew that you're doing something really right. It was just that the numbers were not adding up. But from a product perspective, from the customer perspective, you definitely knew that there's something
which is making a
which
difference.
is making a difference. And that meant that, at the end of the day, you are going to, if you play it right, you are going to make money if you are actually serving people needs well, right? So I think that that clarity in my mind helped me with the conviction. So whenever there were a lot of, तो ये- तेरे में weakness था, इसमें भी था. We
We all had it.
while at the employees we put a brave front. हम लोग भी तो आपस में, we had our weak moments.
Yeah,
But
we had lots of them.
But I think that in the back of the mind always, and of course, for him, like Dad's Dream, all those are combinations that somewhere kind of
Work.
helped us go.
So it is the combination of heart and logic coming together in certain ways, right?
Correct.
It's just so we knew that the product is right for the consumer. People were actually living a great quality life, enjoying it. We were hearing feedbacks. We were doing all of that.
And Ankur, that was true even in Gulmohar, which was not senior.
Correct.
But the seniors who had moved from Delhi were experiencing a high quality of life because of the design, because of the maintenance services. Of course, in our maintenance, again, that foresight of Dad,
Yeah.
of really doing maintenance services, probably the most, it rewards us in many other ways except financially.
Correct.
But that gave us the strength, to do
It's
senior
a
living.
very difficult side of the business because
Absolutely.
you have to deal with so many different opinions, right? At the end of the day, everybody has a point of view on that. So it's a very different way to look at it. Now, from a point of view, what did you think? So I'm again going back, and this is a conversation where I'm thinking about myself. We didn't launch Nirmit till 2014 and Chennai for 2015. We were in question where our projects are. And in 2013, we decided to spend some massive money to do Jashan, to get all the customers together. And I don't even remember asking you guys about it. And I just said, let's do it, and I don't know, we didn't even think about it financially that much. What's the, but I'm going back and thinking this.
Like I said, I support my brothers even if they're doing stupid. Ankur, but I think that was a game changer, right? When you again saw the energy. When I remember Rachna went, मतलब कि जिस तरह से सीनियर्स उसको मिले, आज तक मेरे को, हम लोग वॉक पे जाते हैं, कभी भी बिजनेस का बात करते हैं, रचना मेरे को, तुम बाकी सब छोड़ो, सिर्फ सीनियर लिविंग का. And she must have told me this n number of times, that and build for everybody, build high end also.
Okay.
But she was clear about it. And I think that's also coming from that emotional energy that she got, where she heard from consumers say कि तुम्हारे पति और तुम्हारे देवरों ने जो है हमारी जिंदगी जो है बदली कर दी है. And I think that was very, very powerful for her. It was very rewarding.
I was super emotional when the way these guys, the seniors were just breaking every norm I thought about it. I looked at my grandfather, apne dadaji, he was very stylish, he would do everything, but he had a little bit of, when he was with us, he had a particular way of looking life and he would act like that. Here I saw a very different...
No, but Ankur, I've never shared this with you.
Nahin.
So Bauji, Dadaji, when I was studying in the morning for my exam, this was in Patna, and it was early in the morning, and Bauji came, and Dadaji was there, and he was, singing loudly to welcome his friend.
Oh, yeah.
So these kind of things you realize that how much inhibition he would have near us.
Correct.
But when he was with his friends, even at that age, he had a zinda dil. It kind of, I come back, these kind of things have stayed back in my memory somewhere, which also kind of helped me think of how senior living communities should really act and behave, right? So
So when I give talks and whatever, like I think at a purpose level, I think one of the purpose I saw in senior living, which kind of I said, we are environment makers. We're not just homes or clubs. It's the way we set up the environment for seniors to you know fall and come back up again and do different things, which allows them to really live. So I think that's where looking at the design, the public and the semi-public or the private spaces, these are spaces where people can actually thrive around it. And that's what happened with Dadaji. As soon as he saw his friend, he kind of it was the environment that I want to be funny and I want to be having fun at a time of point. So
yeah, and that there's nobody nobody who's making any judgment on me.
yeah,
It was just that I was awake and in the balcony after my study, so I could I experienced that.
if you were next to him, he may not have done that.
No chance. There's no chance.
And that's why one of the things I keep talking, there's this whole conversation on senior living happening in where the young and the old live. Now there's senior living coming where there's regular housing and a couple of blocks of senior living. What's your thought on that?
I think it's a dilution of an idea.
Okay.
I think it's comes from people with fear. They're not sure about what they really want to do, and they said, let's try something like this. I was very clear that this is not something that seniors want their own space. They want the idea that, this whole idea of the inhibition. Today, we see seniors participate in ramp walks, sing, dance. It's because they're able to lose their inhibition. There is always one excited soul who always kickstarts the dance floor.
Yeah.
Right. But after that, the naysayers follow. But they need to have an environment where it is conducive, right? But if they're being judged or they have, made up, what will my grandchildren's friends say?
about-
Can, I don't want to embarrass my son in front of his friends or my bahu in front of her friends. Then you kind of lose your, you use that time your logical brain kind of comes in way of your enjoyment and setting free. So to me, this is a very half-hearted kind of a
mindset.
attempt, and it solves a very small part of the senior living problem. It does not solve the complete product requirement.
Your thoughts on this, Varun?
So again, भैया हम लोग जिस तरीके से आते हैं, use the word कि हम environment बनाते हैं. I like to use the word माहौल. कि that's whether we do kid-centric homes, premium homes, elite homes, senior living, we create different sorts of and shape different sorts of environment और माहौल. और मेरे को जो लगता है कि ये मल्टी जनरेशनल करके जो माहौल हम बना रहे हैं वैसा वो माहौल वहां पर उस प्रोडक्ट में बन सकता है कि नहीं बन सकता है. आई हैव a very large question on it. Then if you have a question कि माहौल बन सकता है नहीं, तो then the second question क्यों करना है? एक सिर्फ सीनियर लिविंग कर रहे हैं, we are able to create the environment there and वहाँ लोग आ रहे हैं रह रहे हैं, तो why experiment with something where you have a doubt on whether you can do something like this and not. So that's where I come from. There are other people who are trying that. I also agree. It's, according to me, it's a dilution of the product because वो environment नहीं बन पाएगा उधर. But different people are trying different things. Let's see how it pans out.
Yeah. So we should be open mentally, but at this point of time, whatever we understand, it's not the environment making.
Yeah, Ankur, never say never, but
Yeah.
but knowing what I know today, that's how I feel.
I also feel the same way, and I agree with you completely on that. Let's just talk about what's next in the senior living side in your heads. What's when we are doing this, what's the mindset you guys have on this?
To me, sometimes I really imagine like a village.
Okay.
Like a 100-acre, 200-acre, maybe a 500-acre village, which has a lot more for seniors, or at least maybe a ilaka with multiple such projects, which creates a different environment for. So, everything there, whether it's the the quality of hospital that comes up in that area to the kind of shops that come up in that area, or the allied infra, whether it's if it's a theater, the kind of play and music that's happening there is almost, it's it's aligned to the requirements of a certain
age bracket.
So sometimes I feel that could be something that maybe a very interesting community that might just develop.
Right.
To me, I think our scale will just shift. I've been saying, I think it's at an inflection point. इंडिया में जिस तरीके से financially independent seniors who have a mindset which is very different from earlier, I think there's a whole generation coming in the future. So I don't know when that inflection point will come in, but I think that inflection point is going to come at one point or time or the other, where it's going to become much more common to find seniors living in senior living developments, and I see a very, very different kind of a bright future for it. I also hope and dream one day that एक अलग size scale का project करेंगे. अभी हाँ 100, 200, 500 एकड़ कहाँ पर, but I think that's the dream and hope at this point.
Oh, great. And so tell me, what do you think is the way we can conflict? Like, first Varun started with the side of logic and you started with the dream, right? And I think that's how we three are. And my thought on this was like, for a consumer, I want to give him education. If he wants to study, I wanted like an auditorium mindset if he wants to make a bigger play. So you thought of it from a design mindset. He thought from a logic that there is a number coming, and I'm thinking at the consumer side. So we have differences in itself, right? Differences can be good or bad. How do you think I know what I feel, but what do you guys feel on this side of, how do we work together on this kind of thinking?
So for me, I mean, sometimes, of course, I want to kill him because he thinks he's too clever.
I agree with you that you show data for everything.
Yeah. And even you don't laugh. But I think, Ankur, what is most important, and on a serious note, is for me is I'm able to, while I can have a very rough and strong argument and almost go back and say what the hell is happening, I find myself having the capability to kind of think on what people said and kind of readjust how I feel.
Okay.
Right? And I can recalibrate and fall in line with somebody else's viewpoint, but it takes me some time.
Okay.
And I think that really helps me, and I can learn from that. Some of course issues you kind of get on board with people like that, but so many of them, we're all smart people, right? We've got our ideas. We're not talking out of our hat. We've got experience. So even when you can come and tell me something, we fought like
lots of times,
cats and dogs, right? I mean, at times I think the office must be thinking कि आज तो जाके बंटवारा ही होने वाला. So but I think that all of us have that capability where we understand that all of us are trying to get the best outcome. I think, and that trust is very important. I think that the day that trust gets lost and we think that we are running our agenda versus we are looking at the best outcome, is even I will not be able to appreciate your right answers, right? Or your right solution.
Correct.
Because then the mind starts playing
tricks on you,
right? So I think that's very important, and I think that is something that I always keep worrying about, that I hope that doesn't get diluted for whatever.
It's a worry we all, I think, carry, where we love each other and we love this, but we also worry about it at the same time. Varun, your thoughts on this?
अब जैसे हम लोग अभी करते रहे बात करेंगे. So I think, as I talk about 100 acres, एक time आएगा जब बात करेंगे कि 100 एकड़ करना है, and we'll get in a room like we always do and move on. I remember Chennai में जब the Shubham transaction had come, the landlords actually just wanted to sell, I think
7 acres.
7 acres out of the 20. And leading, and मेरे को 7 से ज़्यादा करने में भी डर लग रहा था उस समय. We decided to do senior living. We're going to a new city completely. We have no, I think 7 से ज़्यादा करने में भी लग रहा था, यार, are we taking too much to chew? And I remember we went to Big Chill, the three of us, and spent half an hour, 45 minutes discussing, and decided कि यार पूरा 20 करते हैं. And we decided to do a full 20 with, keep our capital commitments the same and figure out a way to convince the landlords that instead of selling the 7 acres, you do a revenue share on the 20 fully. And I was also very skeptical ki whether they will agree also, because they are also taking a risk on 20 acres of senior living, right? Something new. But we talked about it, and then they agreed, and things went ahead, and we just, I think so. The way we will do is we'll keep bringing this to the table and talking about it. And one point of time will come when all three of us are like, now is a good time to go ahead and do this. And when it makes sense, we'll go ahead with it.
Cool. Now, last question from my side. What's your retirement plans? Do you guys have one?
He should think first. He's older.
Yeah.
He's got
You want
10
to
years.
clarify that right now? He's older.
10 years.
So I'm very clear. And sometimes your first experiences are the most important ones. And first year into the marriage, and Rachna and I had come to Florida, and you joined us. And all three of us had
we did
gone
all
driving around, right? And I think the communities which were built around a golf course really fascinated me. So for me, and the way I love sports, sports and music, two things that if they are available. So I would love to retire on a very, very well maintained golf course, a retirement community built on a golf course.
And I'm sure, and if you get friends, that's your third one, right? Or a retirement community with friends, to I nahi aana. That's like giving.
Yeah. So you can just add poker to it.
So for me, I've not thought of retirement so much. Being the youngest, you always think you're really young. Age is not something. But absolutely, I would love to live post-retirement, to live in a senior living community and and I think to me it's also to do a lot of things that I don't get to do today that I would like to do.
What other things you would like to do? Don't tell me reading more or
No,
some more.
reading more. For reading more, I don't need to be in a senior living community, right? Reading more. So sports is definitely one part. I think I would like to play a lot more sport than I do today. So that's definitely something that's really up there, I would say, overall in that perspective.
Anything new you want to learn? You've dreamt of something you want to.
I haven't dreamt of anything, but I would definitely like to learn new things. I don't know what it will be, but I think would love to.
And this is another thing which is very true. Like Bhaiya is very clear, and I see in consumers also this is very true. Like somebody just comes in with a completely like open saying that I don't know where I'll be, and then they find their ways. And some people come with exactly what they want, and they draw. And that's how I think one of the things our community allows us to do is that there are different kinds of people, and that's what's been.
You've asked us our retirement plans. I hope you're also planning to retire. Huh?
Oh, I'm so much in love with Asha, and I'm not going to retire.
So what's your plans?
So actually, a customer asked me on stage when I was in stage doing the senior living conclave, and the natural answer which came from me was this: that I really don't know right now, but I know my wife will be a big player in it, and with the way we are right now, she's in the US and she wants to be in the US and I want to be in India. I think there's going to be some conflict and we're going to figure it out. So I have no idea where it's going to be. But one thing I'm very clear is when I retire, one thing I was like, I want to learn guitar. I haven't that was I really did a bad job the first time I was learning it. Mom had given me some lessons and I sucked at it. I suck at singing. But I love dancing. So there are two things I really want to do, and that's both in music. Is one is learn guitar, and I want to learn the salsa as a. We talk about, like, one of the things we talk about is that we really want to make a difference in consumers' life. We spend a lot of energy while designing, while buying even land. I think, Varun, you want to make sure that we're giving rights clear, right? It's a lot of energy we put on giving that. What's the moments, which makes you feel like we have really done what we have done? What do you remember any moments like this?
So, Ankur, there have been many. I talked about how, the residents were telling Rachna that, how your husband and your brother in laws have made such a big difference. But for me, the one that stood out the most was I was in Chennai and I was in the dining hall and, just chatting up. And one of the residents, she said, she's 70 plus and she's loving it here and she's thanking me. I said, why are you thanking me? She said, I've never been into a swimming pool and I learned how to swim. For me, मेरे को वो स्विमिंग पूल बनाने में ना जो अब मजा आता है ना वो बढ़ गया. Every time you make a swimming pool, you feel like you are enriching somebody. So that's a lot of there's a lot of pleasure there.
That's
But
amazing.
Ankur, you are the one who interacts most with the customers. I'm sure you would be having many such moments. What are the couple of them? I would be unfair to you to say कि एक ही बताओ.
There's so many, bhaiya, and that's what, like, yesterday I was interacting with one customer who said, I learned cycling here, I learned carom here, I learned badminton here, I learned TT here. So all four she learned, and the reason she learned was she was a school teacher and she used to see her kids, but she could not actually do it because she was now responsible for the kids. So she said, when I retire, I want to do all of this. There is one senior who talked about how, she had her husband was paralyzed. And during COVID, she read, "Thank you, Ankur," to me and said, my husband has started shaving. And in the next Jashan I met her, she said, my husband has started walking in the flat. So it's numerous, but I think the largest pleasure I get is two levels when they say things about is the people we have. I think one of the biggest strength as Ashana we have is the kind of people, and they tell you that people are, you can yell at them, you can do everything, but they'll always be there for you. I think the largest strength and the best fun I have is when I think the people, they recognize that, and then the second thing they talk about, and I think this is not what I heard. I think you heard this, and I remember this कि कोई गुलमोहर पार्क में गया था और बोला था कि आपके प्रोजेक्ट में एक ऑनेस्टी की खुशबू आती
That
है.
was Ashana Gardens in Bhiwadi.
Ashana Gardens in Bhiwadi. And I still remember that कि वो somebody could.
She said कि आपके यहाँ सच्चाई की, ऑनेस्टी की खुशबू है
हाँ.
जो आपके यहाँ और कस्टमर्स को खींच के ले आएगी. I mean, that I talk about it and I still feel
It's so beautiful to hear that.
that was amazing.
For you, Varun, I remember one of the Ishita's incident when you guys got married and ended up in.
Oh yeah, that was really. Okay, anyway, so we had just gotten married, and as per tradition, वो शादी के बाद हम एक मेहंदीपुर बालाजी temple जाते हैं, which is about an hour and a half from Jaipur. So we were staying in Jaipur, and the hotel we were staying was in close to a project Ashana Greenwood. So I said, वहां पर है कि शाम को एक बार ही चलो, let's go see a project, you will get to see what your husband really does. So I took her, and head of Jaipur, Commander Rawat, was also around, but we started walking in the project and we left him behind, and we went into the gym, and there was a gentleman running on the treadmill, and Ishita sort of approached him to talk to him in general. तो अब वो जब वो बात करने के पहले तो मैं बड़ा odd कि कोई ट्रेडमिल पे भाग रहा है उसको कुछ बोलने जा रही है, क्योंकि मैं अगर ट्रेडमिल पे भाग रहा होता I wouldn't have appreciated it किया अभी मुझे भागने दो. But the gentleman was kind enough, उसने ट्रेडमिल रोक के he started chatting with Ishita, and Ishita से वो जब बात कर रहे थे, Ishita pretended that she's a prospective customer looking to buy a resale unit, and the customer
She still wasn't sure about it.
Yeah. Anyways, and the customer didn't recognize me, and then he just said how great the project was, and how he loved living there. And of all the best thing that we did was maintenance, and he raved about how high the maintenance services was, and because of that, how his life was. And then Rawatji walked into the gym behind us, like right then, and he recognized Commander Rawat. And he was the one customer that used to complain to Commander Rawat about our maintenance quality all the time, and they used to have that. And then he understood who Ishita was and I was, and then he told Commander Rawat, देखिए जब जो मैंने बोला सही बोला, आपकी और हमारी लड़ाई तो चलती रहेगी, वो चलती रहेगी. And that was a little bit just very, very interesting and very heartwarming. And I think Ishita also got an approval कि यार ये ठीक है, ठीक काम करते हैं, customer actually खुश है. So it went well. And that was nice. But what I remember the most probably is I was walking in Ashana Amarbagh in Jodhpur. And Ashana Amarbagh is like this large spread out villa community, and you're walking around. And then one customer I saw from really far coming in a scooter, approaching me to talk to me. And then when somebody has made that kind of effort to leave his house, get on a scooter and come and talk to you while you're around, 90% of the time you expect that there would be some complaint or something that you'll want to talk about. So I was thinking about how to, where to talk to him and listen to his complaint. But he came and he just told me that I just wanted to tell you कि मेरे को 9 महीना हुआ है शिफ्ट हुए हुए, और मेरी डायबिटीज की सारी दवाई बंद हो गई है 9 महीने बाद शिफ्ट हुए हुए. एंड दैट वाज वेरी वेरी पावरफुल, लाइक कि that kind of impact one could have is where somebody stops taking medicine for diabetes by changing where they live. That left a mark ki there is also a huge responsibility in how we do things, because it has real deep impact on how people live.
Fantastic. Thank you. And it's always fun just chatting up.
That's a new side of you, Ankur. Thank you. You are the one who always asks questions in the office, but yeah, this is really interesting. Great job. Well done.
Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you, Bhaiya.
Such an interesting conversation. Whenever we three brothers come together, it's always interesting. We have different points of view, but we have one thing in common. We're passionate about our customers, about our work. And you could see that passion. Whenever they described what they enjoyed about the consumer, you could see that we have one thing which we share. I hope you enjoy the episode. Until next time, see you then.